Hello everyone. Welcome to our call today. We will continue with sensors and media. So as you know, we have been in a process for the session series, and this will be the 8th session for Windows 8.1 online series. So let me introduce myself for the people who are joining recently at the first time. So my name is Ibrahim. I'm working as a technical evangelist in Middle East and Africa DP team, and basically I'm helping the developers in order to get the latest new information regarding Windows 8.1 and also general Windows 8 the problems. So my blog address is there, the blogs.msn.com/archivange. So you can find the latest resources, the latest info regarding the latest updates. And at the same time, you can find all recordings in that link. So please go there and please check it. And for for the latest updates and the new applications, please follow me on Twitter. Again, the Archivange, you can find the new updates regarding to the new changes. So basically, this is my blog address. You can follow me from there. And if you have any question, you can ask from there as well. So at the same time, as you know, we have started a Windows journey, and we call it the Windows 8 roadmap. So if you are starting from scratch, you can follow these guidelines. So basically the main idea of this guideline is providing all materials to you in order to find, for example, some samples, the guidances. How can you develop an app, or how can you design an app? So everything will be there and you can find them. So basically, this is the 8th call, and you can find other the 2 more sessions there in this address, in this URL, aka.ms/Windows 8 online sessions. Through this address, so you can see the upcoming events and upcoming sessions, and you can find it from there. So again, this is the link. You can find it easily, and if you have any question, please just let me know. So the basics today, I just really wanted to talk about the media and also sensors. So basically, we have some media components and for example, media resources in order to to consume some data, and at the same time recording some videos or capturing some photos. There are some ready APIs for that. So you can use them. And after that, you can integrate into your application. There are some couple of providing accesses. Then after that, when you provide that, everyone can easily go there and easily check it. So the basic, if you have a device which has a camera, so you can easily use it. After media, we will have a look at the sensors. So basically, we have a couple of sensors, especially very important for the tablets. So what can you do with these sensors? You can create some application with augmented reality. So for example, some games which is connected to your gyroscope or which is connected to your tablet capabilities, and then you can use it in your application. So for the media APIs, you can find it from here, Windows.media. For example, if you say the capture, you can go there and you can just find regarding to the taking a picture or the recording video or audio, you can find it inside of this library. So if you're looking for devices such as the Bluetooth devices or the audio or the camera devices, you can find them Windows.media.devices. So the basic in this call, this will be a kind of summary of the all resources. You can easily get them through here. So Windows.media.playlist, you can just you can work with audio plays. Same thing with Windows.media.play2. With Play2, you can share any videos or any resources on your screen with a different PC or with Xbox or your television. This is really helping you to do that. On the right side, you can go to devices And then when you say like the play to, like this, if there are like available devices like Xbox or other PCs or like the TV, like you can find them here, and then whenever you click there, like you will basically transfer that video onto that device. So this is also like the important one. And also like we have like Windows.media.progression and transcoding and video effects. Like, there are several ways to like enrich your data with these kind of like functionalities as well. So for more details, you can visit like msdn.com, dev.msdn.com, and you can get like latest information regarding to the new APIs. So basically, like we have covered like on previous samples, but like we didn't go through the details of, for example, the camera. So the camera is one of the main concepts of Windows 8.1, developing an application through very easily. So if you remember on like the desktop development, so if you wanted to access like camera there, so it was really pain for doing that. You need to register all the elements at runtime, like through their DLL addresses or DLL references inside of the application, and you need to like grant those accesses. So that was really hard to do that, and like whenever you try to do that, you need to manage every single call. But right now with Windows 8.1, it is so easy. So what can you do is you can easily just add couple of capabilities, couple of commands, and after that you will integrate some code inside of it. So for example, the application XAML manifest. So I will just like basically show you whenever we define something in terms of the extra device or like extra media, so you will access from here. So when you go to FX manifest, like in XML view, you will see that if you granted an access for the webcam, you will see that like it is giving an access to webcam, and same thing for the microphone as well. So if you will move forward, so basically, I just wanted to show you some couple of comments and how can you do that. So basically, if you put an image in your project, whenever you take a photo of it, this is just a basic image inside of the XAML, with the height and also with the stretch field, so you can easily find it. Then after that, you need to capture the image on the screen. In order to do that, we are using capture file async. So first of all, we are creating an instance of camera capture UI and creating a dialog. Like this is same thing like the open file dialog or like the save file dialog. Like if you develop a desktop application, like you will be very familiar with those. So this is the same concept. You are just like calling a dialog, and then after that you are just setting the ratio. If it will be by a 16 by 9 or like the 4 by 3, it is all up to you. You can set the ratio. Then after that, you will assign that ratio into your the photo settings. Then after that, you will create a photo. You will take a photo from here, like capture file dialog. So through your dialog, capture file async. When you capture this content, you can define it if it is video or if it is photo. In order to do that, you are just defining in here camera capture UI mode dot photo or dot video. Then after that, you are just assigning this thing to a storage file, and then you will use this thing. You are assigning that thing to a file. With the file, if it is null, you will pass from here. If it is not null, you will create a bitmap image as a temporary. Then after that, you will move forward, and then you need to access to this recorded video, this recorded photo. Then after that, you will give this thing, you will create a stream for that, accessing that stream, and then you will access that file through Windows storage. Then after that, if it is there, you will successfully access there. But basically, it is assigning that image, that source, into your existing XAML image in here, and then it is just setting the source of this file stream. So if you move forward, like basically you are just getting this image into your XAML, like this was your XAML image. So you are just assigning this source, like this bitmap source, into your image. So basically like a couple of steps and you can do that. So if we will compare with the JavaScript, so like the main idea is like the same thing. You are just creating a camera capture and also you are putting a display inside of your HTML like this. Then after that, what you are doing is you are just calling windows.media.capture, camera capture UI. Then after that, you are just capture file async, and then you are just like selecting the mode if it is photo or video. Then after that, you are just calling the function. Then you will display that data into your image element. You are just displaying inside of there. Very easy steps, couple of steps. So as you see here, there are lots of similarities. These are basically using WinRT, and WinRT is really helping to doing those stuff. I mentioned you if you develop a desktop application, you need to do this thing the system level, operating system level, one by one in your application. But in here, you are just calling it the UI. You are just calling a dialog, and then you are just displaying inside of the application. So same thing for recording the video. First of all, you are just putting an element inside of a project, like the media element. Then after that, you are just putting the size of it. Then after that, you are just creating a new a dialog. With this dialog, you are just putting the video settings, the format of it. So basically, you can just put some different kind of formats we will see in the demo right now. So in here, I put MP4, and then I will record inside of there. Again, same for the storage file, I'm just recording this video as a temporary in my storage file. If this file is not empty, means so if there is a recorded video. So what I will do is again I will create a stream. Then I will use that stream in my video. Then that will be it. Then I will be able to display the video. Same thing for the JavaScript. You need to put a video element inside of your project in HTML5, and then after that you need to create a dialog, camera capture UI dialog. Then after that you need to capture that video. Capture that video the video mode inside of here. Then after that, what you will do is you will just display that recorded video in your application. This is just so easy steps and the basic one, and you can easily integrate into your existing application. So if you will go to the demos, so I just wanted to open the camera capture UI sample, and just wanted to show you what are those. So basically, let me remove a camera capture UI, and let me show you whenever you install that application first time, what will happen. So let me run this application on my local machine, and as you see there is nothing inside of my application. There is an image in here, and there is a button in order to trigger my camera dialog. So whenever I click there, it will ask me the first time, this application is trying to access your webcam and also microphone. Do you allow? So when I press allow, it will give me a UI, and this will be the normal how can I say the dialog of photos. So for example, here, I can just tap and then tap to the screen and take a picture. I can get here, and then you can see here there is a ratio, and then you can crop this photo like this. So let me change it, and then whenever I say OK, it will get my photo like that. So the same thing in here, I can reset. So if you will go back to the code side, I mentioned you in the PowerPoint slide, so you can basically go to the details. And also, you can just go here, whenever you click the capture photo click button, and then basically it is just creating a dialog, it's setting the ratio, and then you are just getting the data file stream inside of there. So let me put a breakpoint here, like, we need to assign a resource inside of that. So, or like in here, like for stream source, or maybe here. So, let's go one by one and let's see like how it will look like. So let me go back to the sample, and then like, I will go back to the sample, and then whenever I click, I will just get this one in here, and then whenever I click OK, so it is just going there. Let me move forward. So it is just, open that, and then let me move forward again. I can see my bitmap image. I can see like the URL now. So like, because of like it is async, like it couldn't get the the correct resource for that. Let me run it again. So whenever I say create a picture, so it will get it. Oops, let me put in here. Whenever we take a photo, like it will just get it from here. Again, like, it couldn't catch the file stream in here. So the basic what it does is like, on your local URI, or like on your local folder, so you can easily access that saved photo in your PC. Same thing for the webcam. Like if you wanted to capture video, like you can open this dialog again, and then whenever you start, like you can see on the the downside, like how many seconds it has been done, and then you can just see that, and whenever you start, like it will just say that, and then you can see in here, like then after that, like you can just play and pause, or you can trim, or whenever you say like okay, like it will like stay there. And after that, you can get the latest, you can get the view of it inside of the application. This is just basically a ready sample. What you will do is you will just get this code snippet inside of your application. Then after that, you will replace these resources with your existing application. Then after that, you can just do whatever you want. So basically, if you wanted to do a image processing, you can move after that. Or if you wanted to, for example, record a video or publish somewhere else, so you can do that, or you can do any kind of modification with that. So moreover, there is an application manifest package. So basically, whenever you give these kind of access, like accessing the camera or location or something like that, like as we are doing that thing through the capabilities. Like through the capabilities, we can access like these kind of information if it is enterprise, or if it has enterprise authentication, or like if it has like internet connection, or the same thing with client server connection, same thing with the location or microphone, like as you see, it is checked in here, or some folders on your PC. And same thing with the webcam, like you can see it here. Like if you wanted to give this kind of how can I say, access, you can easily do like this. So let me go back. So this is just a basic video and basic photo setting. So if you want to change the ratio, you can easily go there and you can easily do that. So just play with it and you will see that how easy it is. And as I mentioned before, we are just using an existing WinRT content, WinRT API, and that will be really easy to develop an application with these content. So do you have any questions so far? Basically, I just wanted to to demonstrate the camera capture capabilities, and you can find these sample demos in our 200 samples, and you can just get more regarding that. So right now we will talk about sensors. So the sensors are so important for creating an user experience for your application. So let me check if there is a question. Okay. All good so far. So, for example, I mentioned before, I'm just giving this hints to you like there is a possibility to increase your quality of your application. For example, if you wanted to customize any content inside of your app with the user, you can just get a photo, take a photo of the user or get a photo of anything, and then you can implement inside of your application. Then after that, as I mentioned before, you can easily edit that, or you can easily share with anyone, or you can just upload anywhere else. For example, the Azure Blob storage, or you can just upload that thing on your storage, on your server. So basically, you can just do these kind of stuff through these APIs. The same thing with the sensors. There are a couple of applications which has this ability. For example, Nugranots, which is really nice sample for that. So basically, what it does is, so it is just recognizing your. Let me close the sound. So basically, it's just recognizing your gyroscope and also some sensor details, and it is just integrating with the PC. If you play that game with your the tablet, so whenever you move right or move left, so you can easily see that the character is affecting with those movements. Same thing with how can I say it, the driving wheel. So you can put a driving wheel in your application, and whenever someone changing the tablet, then after that they can easily see the effect in their application. This is just creating a really quality of the application, at the same time connection to your application as well. So basically, whenever a user is using in this perspective, in this terms, so they will be more connected, and we call it the augmented reality. So this will really help them to feel that game or feel that content. Same thing with the camera with the content you can put at the real time. For example, Nokia lenses, or same thing with for example, the Foursquare the live view. So you can just put the camera hold on, and you can just show up somewhere else, and you can just get to more detail. So basically, I just wanted to talk about sensors, and I just wanted to introduce a new feature. I am really not sure have you ever used it or not. So this is really cool, the features of Visual Studio 2013 and 12. Basically, if you are developing an application on your PC, on your workstation, if it has no touch capabilities, or if it has no the sensor capabilities, so basically you will be suffered with developing those kind of features. So in order to do that, for example, if you have an ARM device, ARM tablet, so you cannot install a Visual Studio on it, and you cannot run a developer IDE on it. So basically, how can you test a machine, or how can you debug an application on it? So we have a tool called a remote debugger. So you can easily download it through the Visual Studio website, or you can search about it. You can just easily get it through the NSDN. Then after that, you can easily set up a workaround, and you can easily access your tablet through your PC, through your Wi-Fi. So this means you can develop an application on your PC, with your powerful PC. But if you wanted to test your application on a tablet, you can easily debug that. So let me create a sample for you, and then let me show you. So basically, you won't be able to see my screen, my second screen, but basically it is here. So I will show you. I'm using Azure W3. So I guess there is no. Yeah, there is a video sharing right now. Please let me know if you can see me. Can you see me right now? So I have a tablet right now, W3, the Azure. So what I will do is I will basically, debug my machine, debug my application in here. So let me go back. Yes, you can see me right now. So basically, I will create an application right now, a new project, and the grid application, let's say. So let me say online session. So let me go there. debug. This feature is really amazing. If you have any extra device in your office or like your home, I was about to fell it down. So you can use your PC in here, and then you can easily access that, and you can run your application. Basically, there is a feature, the call, whenever you run your application, local machine or simulator, at the same time there is a remote machine. For the remote machine, you need to just click there, and you need to run, you need to select the selected PC. So for that, so what you will do is you will basically go to remote debugging website, and then you need to install an application from there. So let me show you. Basically, it is a running process, you can see in here. So it can easily allow you to access through the other developer machines. So basically, I did the same thing. So it is running right now, and I can see my PC. If I say select, so I will just directly connect to my PC. At the same time, you can easily access from your IP address, or you can just pick the authentication mode in here. So this is already built in, and really cool feature. I strongly suggest it to you using this one. So then it will be connected, and after that, what I will do is I will just press remote machine. So basically it will run it. So it is just deploying, starting right now. So I just see when it was done. So basically it is just deploying that application on my device. So as you see, it is here right now. So if I move left with my touch screen, I can easily see that. So the good thing is, I can do anything else. I can go to the details, I can go to the sub pages. Another good thing is, you can put some, for example, let's say, the debug points. For example, let me go to item details page. Let me add a breakpoint there. So let me say, when this page is loaded, so helper will be here. When the item detail page will be initialized, so I will go there. So let me go to the video section again. So basically, whenever you click any of the items, so you will see that I will go to that breakpoint, and then whenever I press F5 continue, it will just continue and move to the next page. So this is just a cool feature. I strongly suggest it to you, especially if you have an ARM device. So this is just a way to debug your application and test on a real PC with multi-touch or these kind of views. So basically, in this session, I will use this feature, and in order to see these kind of capabilities on the different PC, on the different sensors. So let me close my video right now. So let me go back. So basically, we will use this Visual Studio 2030 remote debugger section. So do you have any questions so far? So the question, what about the tablet with Intel i5? So basically, I'm using x86 device in my hand right now, this Acer. This is just an Intel Inside. This is the Intel Atom PC, as far as I know. So basically, it's the same thing with every single device. You can, same thing with i5, i7, whatever you have on your hand, you can do that. Especially, I gave the sample for ARM because you cannot run a developer account on it, a developer server, a developer platform on it. So, that was on the way. For the other devices, you can run Visual Studio, but sometimes it has very limited, RAM and CPU. It will be really hard to do that. So I strongly suggest you using a really powerful machine as a workstation. Then after that, running your application on other PC or on other tablet like this. So basically, we will try to figure out like today, what kind of the features we do have. So the basically shake event, I give the same sample to everyone. So basically, if you have Windows Phone, so there is an application from like Facebook officially. Facebook application basically has an event whenever you shake the Facebook application while it is open your device. So it is just refreshing the data inside of it. So whenever you refresh that, you can just the latest content. Like it is just basically triggering an event for like refreshing. So you can do the same thing for Windows 8. There is an API for that. Same thing for rotation. You can either rotate your tablet in different views. Let's say if you want to display a different view when they are in portrait mode or like landscape mode, you can easily just use these ways. If you want to trigger another event like the flip, so you can also use this flip event as well, and then you can get the more detail after that. So and also we have a couple of features like the light aware applications. So basically this is just the same idea with navigation application on your car. Like if you have a navigation system in your car, the basic nearly all of the the models are supporting this feature. So if you are in a dark place, it is just making darker, making darker the map, and in the dark side you can easily see that, because if it will be bright in the dark place, so it will damage your eye, and also it will be really hard to see that. It will be so shiny. Same thing for the indoors, you have enough light for that, so you need to provide a different UI to user. And same thing for the outdoors, like if there's a sun, so it will be really hard to see the details. So then you can easily give a kind of the main roads or main the view for that. So basically you can easily access these kind of features on any tablet, and you can provide a different user experience to users. So this is not a must, but if you provide this thing, your application will be really nice for getting this thing. So basically, I just wanted to talk about sensors you can access on device, Windows.devices.sensors. So basically, we have some different kind of how I can say trigger methods, or the events to handle it. For example, device orientation is the basic one. If you change your device orientation to landscape, portrait, or flip, or the flip portrait or flip landscape, you can easily get them. Same thing for the light sensors. You can easily access to the light sensors, and then you can just check the light of the place, and you can get it. Same thing for the accelerometer and gyrometer. So these are the movements on X, Y, Z the axes. Whenever you shake this PC, or whenever you so for the tablet, whenever you move that tablet on the air, so it will create a new the values for these kind of movements. So basically we will see in demo. Same thing for compass, inclinometer, and device orientation. You can easily get them through the sensors. So basically we have 9 axes the inputs on X, Y, Z axes. So these are the 3D accelerometer, 3D gyro, and 3D magnetometer. And we are just getting these things from the accelerator through the gyro, and for this we are just getting these kind of things the accelerometer and gyro through the 3D gyrometer and 3D gyro. And for the sensor fusion, we are just getting the 3 of them. Then after that we are just getting compass, inclinometer, and the device orientation through these the sensors. So basically let me show you some samples. And also we have another one the GPS sensor. So we will start with the geolocation. I have lots of demos regarding that, and we will complete with these demos this session. So the question is we consumes more battery. So basically, like, there is like all of them are providing the same data, the same display, the same, like, the user interfaces. So basically, like, it will be the same, like, there won't be any changes. So, but if you are asking for, like, if the GPS is open and if application is running, so if it consumes battery or not, for example, yes, like, it will always, like, get those kind of things, it, always refresh and then display to the user, and then, like, the battery life will be changed. But otherwise, for the orientation, there won't be any problem. Yeah, like, question is like related with like, dark or light. Yes, for example, if you are providing a dark user interface, so it will, like, consume less battery, or, like, but, like, in that case, like, it won't be a really big issue. So, like, my suggestion would be just focus on the, like, providing this kind of, like, abilities to the user, and then if they like it, they can use it in their application. And, like, I don't think so it will be a really big problem on the battery life. Do you have another question? Is everything clear so far? Then after that, like, we will move to, like, the samples, and let me go to the geolocation. Basically, like, again, like, whenever you go to the capabilities, like, you will see that, like, the device capability, there will be a location. Then whenever you select it, it will basically get your location through here. So let's go there. For example, you are just creating a location geolocator in your application, especially on our last session, like the Bing Maps location-based application with Bing Maps, we use it a lot. And, like, through the geo position, you are just getting like position of the users, and you are just adding a event handler. Get position event handler, and then whenever you are, like, whenever position has been changed, and you will see that, like, a position, like, get position event handler is triggering there, and then, like, it is just like sending an argument's position. Then after that, like, through this position, you are just retrieving, like, the coordinates of it, like the latitude, longitude, or accuracy, or altitude, like, and also you can access that as well. So you can easily display in your application. Same thing for, like, this was in JavaScript and this is in C#. You are just creating a geolocator, and, like, through this geolocator, you are just listening to position change event handler. Whenever you check that, you will see that, like, you can get, like, more details regarding that. For example, latitude, longitude, and accuracy. You can get it like this. The post coordinate, latitude and longitude and accuracy, and you can display in your PC, like, as a view or as a like the data on the map. It's all up to you. Like, there is a possibility to do that. So if you will go to the samples, there is a sample for that, and last week, I had showed you as well. So let me go to the geolocation and let me run the application, and let's see how it works. Especially this tablet PC, it will be really easy to, like, see that, like, to see the differences, and then we can easily connect there. So let me, like, to share my screen again. Like, basically, like, I will run this like the application on my tablet PC. In order to do that, I will go to remote machine, and I will run this application. On my PC, like, as you see, you can see the screen right now, and then the application is running. So basically, what I will do is I will say, like, the start tracking. So most probably video quality will be a kind of low, but you will be able to see that, like, there are some values on the screen, and you can just check it. Like, for example, latitude and longitude, like, all of them are assigned, and you can just see in here. Same thing for the change, get position, like the geolocation. So basically, it's just showing that. So wherever it got this data, like, for example, through the Wi-Fi or, like, through the other channels, like, you can easily find them like on here. So basically, it's just showing the latitude and also longitude in the application. So, like, you can check it from here. So basically this is just one of the samples for the geolocation. So if you will go to other samples, let's say before going to the samples, like as I mentioned for last week, we are just retrieving this data through the event handler like this. So whenever like this position will be changed or position change, you are just retrieving the latitude, longitude, and accuracy like this. So basically through an object like a pose, coordinate, and points, position. Basically, position is a location on the world, on the Earth, and then you can easily access like the latitude or longitude or accuracy like this. So this is just a basic one. If we will go back to like the other samples, what we do have, for example, accelerometer. So if you run this application on your tablet device, so you will see that like all numbers are just moving and moving, and then you will see that. So basically, let's run this application. Okay, let's see in here. So you can just see from here. Let me go back to the detail. So you can see it right now, like it is just no data and no data. Whenever I click here, with the enable, when I click there, you will see that there are some numbers, and numbers are changing. Whenever I change it, so let me say like this, and whenever I change it, you can see it in here, all of them are changing, and this is just basically the same idea for the same thing. So you can just easily retrieve this data and you can display in your application. Or just for example, let's say inside of your application there is a ball, and then whenever you move that, the ball is changing. Basically, it is just retrieving from here, reading change. Through the reading change, it is running inside of the display picture as running as asynchronous. Whenever you read this reading, it is just retrieving an acceleration X, acceleration Y, and acceleration Z. So you can easily get it from here, and the timestamp you can get it. So this would be really nice way to calibrate your application, or getting the value is through these sensors. It is all up to you what you wanted to do with these results. Maybe you can put some 3D object in your application. Especially in the last sessions, I showed you with the transitions. If you put a 2D element, and if you move it here, move it like this, so this will really create the user experience of your application. This is one of the the changes, and at the same time we have a compass sensor. So if you wanted to find the north, so you can easily use this one. So basically, lots of people are creating the application for some Qibla finder or the north finder. You can just use in that case as well. So basically, what you will do is you will run the application, and then you will get the the data there. So let me show you again. So basically, there is no data right now. For example, there is no data. Whenever I enable this one, so basically it will just show the 200 something. So whenever I change rotation or change the the coordinate of it, it will just basically showing data to the user. So in the coming days, I will record these videos from the point of view from the top side, and you will be able to see easily through there. Well, idea is the same. What you will do is you will create an object and you will create a reader through your application, and then after that, you will just go to the detail and try to read the the format of it. For example, magnetic north or just a true north. So you are just doing inside of the reading changes. Through the reading change, you will just access to the heading magnetic north or heading the true north. So you can just check it from here. So whenever you go there, you can just find other sections the heading accuracy or timestamp. So basically what we are doing is when the page is loading, we are just like adding this compass read change. So basically we are defining this compass in here. So this is just a compass type, and then you are just getting that thing. Same thing for accelerometer. You know, we just created an accelerometer in here, and then we add a read method. And then after that, we are just, you know, retrieving these kind of data. If you will go to these samples, and if you will like, you know, check one by one, you will like easily understand what we are doing inside of here and how can we like check it. So, for example, in here we have like more like samples. If you will go for gyrometer, for example, so you can easily get like all the 3D rotations, like 3D like movements through here. So let me run on my like remote PC again. So basically, like it is running again. So like let's just think that like gyrometer like the raw data in here. So if I will enable, like there was no data, but you know, whenever I move that, like I'm just retrieving the data, and like whenever I move that, like it is just getting the latest data, like the data differences or like movement differences. So when I move that, so this is just basically like the one of the good things. So for example, if you have a game, and like through that game, if you wanted to move left and right, and if you want to play like this, so you can have the character and you can move a bit like that. So like these are like available there, and then you can just easily access through the code. So if you will go to like the scenario 1, again like the idea is the same. We are just creating a gyrometer in here, gyrometer object, and then we are just like assigning in here. Then after that, we are adding a reading method inside of that, reading changed. Whenever reading is changed, like you will see that, so there is a like the angular, like the x, y, like the x-axis, like the y, like y, and also z. You can just get it, and you can just like put inside of your application. And same thing for like all ideas, like all like the samples. Like to think about it, like you can do lots of things with these kind of accelerometers. If you are thinking of creating a game, so these will be really like valuable for your application. So same thing for the inclinometer and also light sensor. I just wanted to show one by one because just wanted to give the idea to you, like these are just the basic stuff, and then like all the silhouette is the same. So you can just pick any single like the sensor and you can use in your application. Same thing for inclinometer, and you can just like go to here, like create a new inclinometer. Then after that, like the reading change. So through the reading change, you can see the format, and also you can just see pitch degrees, like roll degrees and the yaw degrees. So like this is also like another one. Let me run on my PC again, like my remote debugger. So it is just running right now. So basically again like the same thing. So whenever you wanted to like use this thing in your application, so you need to enable that one, and also like you can just get like the exact rotation, exact like position of your the PC, like this won't be changed. So this is cumulative, and then this is just showing the exact place, like the exact coordinate of your like application like this. Whenever you move that, like you will see that data is changing there. So the basically like when you like check one by one, like you will see the differences between like these sensors. You will see the similarities. Basically, my suggestion is just go to like this 200 sample and find the sensor samples and just check the like idea, like the reading changes more, and then you can just like develop application like that. Same thing for light sensor, like if you wanted to like to change the view of it, you can easily just like to show inside of the application, and like when like the place, like the darkness or like the how can I say, environment is changing, like, this application automatically will be triggered through this thing. So for example, it says no light sensor fault, especially on my PC. So, and also you can double check with, like, if there is an available one or not, you can find it. For example, I will go to my remote machine and then I will select one. And again, it will run my application on it. Oops. Let me remote debugging. Basically, it will run on my PC. Yes, it is working right now. So as you see, like light sensor, this is enabled. Whenever I just show that, it is just showing the data. So whenever I change the light, inside of there, in front of there, it can easily show up a different value, like 100, like right now 80, right now 93, like to 400, because of there is a light. Whenever I put it like that, so everyone can see inside of in here. So the basically we can see all the data, and just to try to to figure out how it is working. And then you can just, if it is bright, you can just show it to the user with the value with the different content, or just you can just put it like this. So, and also we have some couple of demos, but due to the lack of time, so I will just share the names of these the samples. Basically, the last thing we have this device auto rotation. So you can find the name in my blog post, in my blog, and then you can get that. So the basically this is just an application for rotation. If I run in the machine, so basically what it does is it is just showing a display to the user. So like this, for example, landscape only. For example, when I click, for example, to the landscape only, the shape, view is changing. But whenever I select in here the portrait only, so the view is changing, and then it is just moving to this view. And if I say that landscape flipped only, so the content is changing and then reversing it like this. So there is a automatically on the background side, so you can easily put a view to the users. Especially you can to put a different view to the users. So basically with just one touch and a different view. So basically it is just recognizing the status of the user. Then if it is for example, in a different scenario, you are just the displaying inside of there. So you can just again check this video, to check this sample, and then to get a clear idea. And you can also provide your own content in here. So basically we have tried to cover nearly all the sensors. So if you have any question, so you can use my Twitter address. You can ask any question. For example, you can use Mia influencer hashtag, and during the day, we will answer those questions through there. And at the same time, if you have any question with your code snippets, you can put on Stack Overflow with Mia dev hashtag, and you can easily get it. Then after a while, if you have any more question, you can use my Microsoft email address, or you can use my Twitter address for asking question, or you can use my blog address in order to access all previous recording. And so we have a Facebook group. If you didn't join so far, you can just access Mia Windows 8 Champs, and you can get the latest information regarding the new updates. So thanks for joining today. If you have any question, I would be really happy to answer those questions. So I say thanks a lot. So let's wait for a couple of minutes for your questions. I guess everything is clear. Like, the point is you will go to like 200 samples, and then they check these samples, like what are available samples, and then you can see that. So you need to have a device which has like the sensors in it, especially like the new tablet devices have all capabilities, so you can check them. Other than that, we have seen in this session like remote debugger, so you can just download on your the other PC or your tablet in order to see what will happen in your application with a powerful way, and also you will see that how it will look like. So, and also please let me know if you have any question. So thanks for joining today, and hope to see you next week on our next call. Thanks a lot.